Hello everyone, Saida here. So for today's video, I want to talk about an experience that I had with Archangel Uriel. Now, I have talked about this experience before with other people, like in person. I've also written about this experience when I had a blog, but I feel like it would be great for me to actually make a video about it so you can have a greater sense as to what happened, and it just expands I don't know how to say this, like more people will be able to see it and get a sense of what happened. Okay, so I thought it would be good, and then maybe it'll confirm something that happened for you or something that you've experienced before. So now, first, what I'll say is that Archangel Uriel is one of the four main archangels whose name means the light of God, or God is my light. And Archangel Uriel represents a couple of things, one of them being magic. Okay, another one of the things that he represents is prophecy. And prophecy can mean predictive information, but prophecy can also be receiving information from source creator or the higher realms, information that is important for changes that need to be made, important information that's groundbreaking. So that can also be prophecy. Okay, Archangel Uriel is also associated with writing, and he's associated sometimes with natural disasters and like volcanoes and things like that. So I have heard and read about Archangel Uriel being associated with these things. And also, I am wearing my Archangel Uriel sigil pendant, okay, which I got on Amazon. You probably can't really see it much from here, but yes. I actually purchased this Archangel Uriel sigil pendant after I had this experience that I'm going to tell you about right now. Okay, so at the time, I was exploring my spirituality deeper through becoming more familiar with who my guides were. And at the time, I was more so working with star beings. So I was working with angels a little bit, but I was more so interested in working with star beings or star consciousness. So there was one night where I went to sleep and I started to dream. And it's interesting because this was one heck of a dream. It was very vivid. I don't know, it felt like more than a dream, to be honest with you. So I started to dream, and in the dream I found myself in a room, in a space that was all gold, all around. Gold latent on the walls, the chairs, everything was made out of gold. And as I was observing the room, I saw scrolls all over the place. In every corner of the space, there were scrolls. Some of them standing up, some of them knocked over, but there were scrolls all over the place. And as I was observing even more, I found myself at a table, sitting at a table, and one of these scrolls being opened up horizontally on the table. And I was looking at the scroll, and there were lots of symbols and sigils, and it was a language that I did not understand. But I was also writing these same symbols, the same language. I was writing it out on the scroll. And I had no idea what it was at the time until I heard a voice say to me, writing the language of Archangel Uriel. Okay? And then at that same time, I felt this large, majestic, fiery, fierce presence in the back of me, towering, huge. I mean, it was bigger than anything that I've ever felt before. And this wasn't like an earthly, like, tallness. This wasn't like an earthly largeness. This was something beyond anything that we could experience on Earth. It was a huge presence. So the words to describe it are almost not there. So I felt this presence just towering behind me, and I knew that it was Archangel Uriel standing behind me. And as I was writing and Archangel Uriel was standing behind me, I noticed that I saw his finger come to the front of the scroll, and he was pointing out to me very particularly what I needed to write, exactly how it needed to be, anything that I needed to change or adjust in the writing. So he was very particular about what needed to be said and how it needed to be said. Okay, so he's very particular about that. And as the dream went on, eventually the dream faded to black, and I woke up in my room. And when I did wake up in my room, I felt the sense of like light was just moving through every cell, every aspect of my being was just filled with light. So I knew when I came back, like this wasn't an ordinary dream. I was somewhere else. So it felt really intense and powerful, crazy. That was the first time that well, maybe the second time, but this was the first time that it's been so vivid for me. Okay, so now after I had this dream with Archangel Uriel, I received about 2 confirmations that I can remember. First one was I had gotten a reading because I needed some insight about something, so I got a reading. And at the beginning of the reading, I was told that Archangel Uriel was with me, and he was helping me with writing and transmitting messages from the higher realm. So I was like, oh my goodness, okay, so he's definitely with me. Okay, and the second confirmation was, it was a few weeks later, I decided to go into a bookstore and I purchased a book called The Angel Bible. And there was sections in the Angel Bible that focused on different archangels, different angels. And the section that talked about Archangel Uriel, it told you like a meditation that you could do to enter the etheric retreat of, sorry, there's like fruit flies in my face. So a meditation that you could do to tune into the etheric retreat of Archangel Uriel. And the way that they described this meditation was exactly what I saw in my dream. I couldn't believe it. The gold all over the place, the scrolls and everything. So I was like, that was perfect confirmation for me for that experience. I was like, so I was in the etheric retreat of Archangel Uriel, which I thought was absolutely amazing. Now, one thing that I will say about Archangel Uriel is that this angel is a powerful angel. All the angels are powerful in their own way, but Archangel Uriel has a fieriness and a fierceness about him that, I mean, compared to the experiences that I've had with other archangels, I feel like there's nothing in comparison to his energy. He was, I would say, almost militant, disciplined. He almost had like a strictness and a seriousness about him that was, I was like kind of surprised. But I feel like it's interesting because I feel like I can be like that sometimes. Like the seriousness, the disciplined nature, the very direct nature. Like, let's get right to the point. No beating around the bush, no lagging around. Let's get this done. Kind of like staccato. Okay, and there is a time and place for that. And Archangel Uriel brings in that energy when it's needed. So ever since I've had that experience, Archangel Uriel has been coming in and out whenever that energy is needed, whether it be for writing or whether it be for getting things done, whether it be for the prophecy factor. You know, he is a wonderful angel to work with. Just, I feel like, I don't know, I don't want to say he's not for everybody, but I do feel like if you're going to work with Archangel Uriel, just be prepared for that kind of energy, that powerful, kind of disciplined, very strict nature that he has, okay? So let me know in the comments if you've had any experiences with Archangel Uriel and how they were, because depending on the person, your experiences with the angels can differ. And let me know if you have any questions about this experience or any questions that you have in mind about these experiences. Soon, I would say sooner rather than later, I'm going to post more videos that tell you about my experiences with the other archangels so you can see in comparison how they differ, because they do have like different energy signatures and they're different to deal with depending on the angel. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you around soon. Bye bye.